When my parents passed away, it was in 2010. I was still 15 at the time. They passed away in a car accident during the World Cup. My grandmother was my mother for the longest of time. She was there throughout all of it. And when they passed away, it became hard. I had to step up. I had to be a mother, a sister, and a father to my baby sister. We are very close because she's the only thing that links me to my parents. The beneficiary care, it helped me a lot. I was still in high school at the time. I had to buy uniform. It also removed the stress away from how are we going to pay our school fees. We also got a monthly allowance to help us with paying things like my transport and buying food. So it was just a matter of one phone call and you get the assistance that you need. Everyone there was always so helpful, both me and my sister. We never needed anything.
The Fed Group's beneficiary care offering is an offering that looks after the money of minor children. So typically a parent is employed and they participate in a pension fund. If that parent were to pass away, there's a death benefit that gets distributed. And when that parent has a child under the age of 18, this child needs money to continue with their livelihood. The beneficiary fund is a construct within the financial services environment, and it's there to protect the money for the child. It's placed in the hands of capable trustees that would manage the money on behalf of the child. But Fed Group has looked at our product offering to say, what more can we do for our beneficiaries? How would we feel if that was our child in that situation?
If you look at our beneficiary care program, we designed it to make sure that we treated beneficiaries as children who'd lost their mother or father. And that slight change in wording becomes very important. Instead of seeing someone as a member or an investor, you see them as a vulnerable person who's giving you all their savings. For many businesses, beneficiary funds are just that. They are a fund filled with money where investment houses have almost pinned it on as an extra product that allows them to earn fees on assets. For us, beneficiary funds is so much more. First of all, in the name, it's beneficiary care, not beneficiary funds. Second of all, we recognize that many of these clients want to speak to someone in their first language. So we're able to take calls in any of the official 11 languages and a couple of more. We built custom systems from the ground up that look after every interaction of every one of those beneficiaries. And so there's this wonderful bringing together of technology and of humans, making sure that humans are backed by strong technology. Not that technology hides humans. That's a subtle difference.
Turnaround times are very, very important to us. So when we get a request like, my child needs to go and see the doctor urgently, the guardian doesn't have time to wait for a board of trustees to convene 3 months later to make that decision. They need the money now. So in terms of making payment, 24 hours is what we're looking at.
The beneficiary care product is an amazing product. Kids is very dear to me. Fed Group knows how passionate I am about that because children doesn't ask to be orphaned. And I think that's where Fed Group plays such an important role. Because of the passion of the people they employ, you just feel the warmth from people who care. And so this for us as a fund, it plays a pivotal role in how we treat people and how we show compassion.
A beneficiary fund ultimately is there to make regular payments, but you want to invest quite robustly as well. Invest so that you can preserve the capital. We only hold 2% of our beneficiaries' money in cash, and it's really important. Holding any more in cash means that that money doesn't actively participate in growth. When the beneficiary turns 18, you actually want to be able to give them something that says, your parent left this for you.
After I turned 18, they called to tell me that my trust fund has matured. I remember that was when I got my first bank account.
Our beneficiary care team are very important people in our lives. We only employ people who are parents and who were beneficiaries before. You see, empathy is something that you can't fake. So it's important to us that we employ the right people for the job.
My name is Gaugelo Chauke and I'm a beneficiary care administrator. So my job is to ensure that our minor beneficiaries are well taken care of. The fact that I was a beneficiary before, it has actually given me like a brighter light on what the other beneficiaries might actually need. It's uplifting to actually help people and ensure that they are fed, they are going to schools. Like you've actually fulfilled the part that was outstanding in their lives.
It's not just anybody who can do this, so your heart has to be in the right place. There's gotta be a lot of caring, a lot of understanding. Gaugelo came in straight from matric as a learner, and I'm also proud to say that I was one of the administrators who made sure that his fees are paid. And because he was from the other side, and now him having to interact with his beneficiaries, I think that he's handled this so well because now he understands from both sides, and I think he's doing a fantastic job.
It's very challenging sometimes emotionally with the circumstances that you come upon. How I actually overcome my most challenging days at work is to talk to my family and talk to my boys, because they also play a very important role in my life. I grew up with them, so we can correlate to the type of circumstances that we go through. My father passed on in 2009 in May. He had kidney failure. Emotionally, I wasn't well. I just wanted to be alone. I was a very young boy at the time, and I think my dad was very close to me. So now I have to basically discover a new me, and it took some time, but we got there. The ticket program is in Spedi. It means challenge yourself. My dad basically had a provident fund that he was paying for, and he had minor beneficiaries that he had nominated. So that's how we fall onto the program, me and my brother. Fed group called my mom and they advised her of the program. So I was like, okay, let's go.
The Iteke Learnership Program is something that is so close to my heart. So when beneficiaries get to matric, we invite them to participate in the Iteke Learnership Program. This program is only open to beneficiaries. Anyone who participates in the Iteke program would have lost a parent.
I found out about the Iteke Learnership when I became a beneficiary when my father passed away. The Iteke Learnership is an opportunity for us to be able to work in a corporate environment. You can actually even work here while you're studying at university, which is a great thumbs up.
We rotate them through the business so that they spend a couple of months in each department. And throughout the year, there is the qualification. And then at the end of that year, they've completed that qualification and they've had 12 months workplace experience.
The course was really tough. Our facilitator was amazing. She explained it as simple as possible, and the assignments were hard, but she was with us all the way. And actually does check-ins with us to see how we're doing. It makes me feel like I'm actually important here, like they actually value my presence here and actually motivates me. My favorite department so far is governance, risk, and compliance. I'm doing a law degree. I actually want to be a compliance officer, so it opened up a lot of opportunities for me. I enrolled in UNISA. I'm currently doing a Bachelor's of Law. I would actually regard myself as an A student. Getting good grades, straight A's, I feel like a nerd, and I'm not really actually a nerd, no. The learnerships help us young people to find employment because you already know how it actually works in the corporate world. They know that they actually don't have to start at the beginning to train you because you already know the basics.
At our core, we're about people. Our beneficiary care product not only looks after the beneficiary, but essentially gives them an opportunity to come and work for us. And we've probably got about 10% of our staff now who are actually ex-vulnerable children who now have full-time work at Fed Group.
So the vibe at Fed Group does genuinely feel like you in a family. It's a good job, I don't want to lie. It's very nice. For me, being my first job, I don't want to work for any other corporate company. This is my first and my last.
I love Fed Group. Fed Group is my second home. I manage all our service desks. My job is to make sure that everyone knows what they need to do. One of our mottos is to get shit done, so I make sure that we stick to that. The stand-ups, at first, they were very scary. I was just a little girl in a room full of people older than me and thinking, what do I say? Where do I start? When I got a hang of it, I became a pro and I love it. I discovered one thing about myself is that I'm brave. I feel like nothing can stop me. I can do anything, literally. My purpose in this life is to help people. I believe that if it wasn't for the help that I got, I wouldn't be where I am. So I would like to do the same for others as well. I believe that there is more that we can do as a country, but it starts with just helping one person and then the rest will follow.
My name is Shailen. I'm an artist. What I love about what I do is just having the ability to create something from nothing. You get a blank page and then it's your imagination.
I've always loved working with my hands. I do lash extensions where I enhance natural lashes. I love interacting with people. I love meeting new people. And once they've opened up their eyes and they go and look in the mirror and see the transformation, it just boosts their energy and they leave here feeling happy and beautiful.
50 to 60% of all jobs in South Africa stem from the SME ecosystem. 40% or thereabouts of our GDP comes from SMEs, and SMEs, I think, historically have been underserved by the legacy financial institutions in SA.
I've been cutting hair since I was small. When I finished my trick, so I'm okay, let me ask my mother maybe a few money, then I can start my own business. I got a barber shop, I've got the nails next door, do massage, they do hair. I got a good team. Most of them I train them, give them opportunity.
One of the challenges with our economy, where you've got somewhere between 2.5 to 3.5 million SMEs, if you include informal, a lot of these are really healthy trading businesses, but because all of their turnover is cash-based, they don't have that credit track records. They can't access working capital to grow from traditional players.
I do have green fingers and I love being outdoors and I love garden. Quick Grow is a grass company. We do mixes of grass seeds for lawns and for pastures. It covers all farm animals and even game. It's been a journey for me. Most of all, it's satisfying the customers that really drives me in finding solutions together with them for their lawns.
We can help formalize these businesses, give them a platform to grow that can have a really positive impact on our economy.
So the fintechs in South Africa plays a pivotal role in the expansion of acceptance infrastructure, or the ability to make financial services available to merchants, because they absolutely understand and focus on specific categories for enablement.
So I started by myself and I grew with the business. It came to a place where it could accommodate my husband, so he jumped in and he's loving it. When I started getting busier with my business, not everybody always walks around with cash, and most of them would like to pay with card.
MasterCard is effectively a technology company that provides services not just within the payment space, but also focused around payment enablement, and therefore we create the ecosystem.
And by becoming part of this digital ecosystem, it enables them to formalize their business, and then they can actually get access to other financial products that they need to grow.
People don't have to work with cash. They don't like cash because it's very dangerous. So when a customer comes here, it's better to pay with eCoca.
We've built a card payments business, and we've realized that that is the backbone of our business. But we realized that the real opportunity lies outside of card and card acceptance, and really looking at what is the holistic ecosystem we can provide to SMEs in order to build a business, manage a business, and take them from where they're small, give them the kind of tools to ensure their survival and obviously grow.
Our focus is really with growing with our customers and to get in a whole lot more customers, satisfied customers. Well, we do have an iKhokha facility running on our website for our customers to do their payments online, and that works very well. In the flea markets, we have a beautiful app on the phone, and that is just so quick and fast and comfortable for the customers.
The convergence of technologies have really placed the world in a position now where the proliferation of phones, and you look at the processing capability of mobile phones, and at the cost at which they are provided into the broader consumer base across the continent and also in South Africa, it just makes sense that that becomes the form factor of choice, if I can call it that, for both consumers and merchants to operate on. And iKhokha is no exception. The way that they have thought through bringing merchants on board, the way that they support merchants, the ancillary services that's provided, goes beyond just, the provision or the enablement of card payment services. And so for us, it's important to support them because ultimately they expand the ecosystem.
So Tap on Phone is very new technology and it leverages, I guess, the NFC capability of an Android smartphone. And very simplistically for an SME, they take a customer's card and they tap it on their smartphone and it turns it into a card-present payment.
Tap on Phone is really easy to use. It's fast. I love it, my clients love it. It's just really a win-win for both of us.
Yes, it works like this now. Tap on the phone to make everything easier. Either way.
I've been selling art since 2018. With the help of conventions and getting out there, the business has grown enough, and with the new Tap on the Phone feature, it's a lot easier for people to come spend money with me as a merchant using this digital solution.
We wanted to achieve scale through mobile, so the development of Tap on Phone was really this light bulb moment where you're like, wow, we can distribute an app that someone can download for free from the App Store and immediately be able to accept card payments, formalize their business, sell value-added products, and potentially get a cash advance depending on how well they trade. And that completely removes the barrier to entry of purchasing a hardware device.
iKhokha has really helped to grow my business a lot by me keeping track of all the transactions.
I would suggest anyone to go with iKhokha. When they see your average of daily total of monthly is good, then they can offer you cash, which is very good.
It's quick, it's safe as well. It's really a solution that makes a big difference in my business.
Our role is one of an enabler. So what we do is we work with the FINTECHS and we work with the banks across the spectrum in the country to try and create that infrastructure. And what we've busied ourselves with is really an understanding of how consumers can be enabled to transact digitally and safely and securely, and that you don't have the burden of cash. And the guarantee for both the merchant to be settled and for the consumer to be protected when they make the payment is really the glue that MasterCard provides that keeps the payment ecosystem together.
I'm Hercules Neyman. I've been a national tourist guide for about 20 years in South Africa. When tourists come to South Africa, they want to see all these beautiful things. And that's where the tourist guide is like the middleman. So we get cash from them, and then we book and we pay for all the excursions. So for the past 10 years, we've been doing it with cash. Then iKhokha came along. I said, listen, we're going to try this cashless tour. They pay me with my iKhokha, and in the end, there was no cash, and it worked so well. People absolutely loved it.
So our relationship with MasterCard kind of has multiple facets to it. I think the one is we work with them when it comes to new technology like Tap on Phone to make sure that what we're building is secure and ultimately is going to work for merchants and cardholders. But then secondly, to leverage digital to get to kind of grassroots level entrepreneurs where traditional banks struggle in that sort of space. And we partner with them to drive, I guess, education around new technology and to drive acceptance with SMEs. There's a very broad kind of array of entrepreneurs and business types that would find the solution super useful.
My passion for flying has come from a long way back. Our school is World of Wings Flight School. Here we do microlight training and light sport aircraft training. So we teach the fun flight. iKhokha is our biggest means of payment. It's easy for their clients to use. The nice thing about it that the funds are instant. It helps for the business to grow. We're getting more aircraft onto our school. We're expanding our office size. We're expanding our hangar size, our runway length, so we can accept bigger aircraft, just to really get more people in. That's where we want to be.
You know, since I've been using iKhokha, I think my sales for these excursions went up probably 10–20%, because it's so much easier for them to book an excursion if they can just tap the card on my phone. So yeah, it's definitely helped the economy as well.
Being able to accept card payments generally means that you're going to increase your turnover because you don't lose sales from customers who end up not having enough cash and walking away from buying your goods or services. So we've seen a big increase in turnover for SMEs when they take card. And off the back of being able to take payments with iKhokha, we offer a working capital product, and we basically help merchants. We give them access to funding that helps them grow their business to be bigger and better SMEs.
I've used iKhokha Cash Advanced in the past, and that's also gave my business a boost and helped me to grow a little bit further.
I love what I do. Every morning I wake up, I just love what I do. And that's why I always tell my staff, guys, just love what you do and everything 100%.
Our kind of purpose has always been that if you enable business owners, they are then able to employ more people. That enables them to earn more and increase their livelihood and are able to drive change. I think if we can give that to someone in the form of an app, that would be massively beneficial to the country.